Hello and welcome to the 2021 Passion for the Village. I'm your host, Sawyer, and we are so grateful that you are watching today in support of Children's Village. I received services here, so from the bottom of my heart I can tell you that your support for these programs means the world to the children, their families, and all of the people who are trying to make a difference. Passion for the Village is an annual event that raises money to support Children's Village. Did you know that 1 in 6 children has a disability or development delay? And over the past 10 years, the number of children just like me who have used Children's Village services has increased over 60%. That's 6,500 kids per year. Today, I'm going to give you a tour of Children's Village, and we will meet Reese, our guest of honor. You won't want to miss his story, so be sure to stay tuned. We are here today because we need your support. Please consider making a donation today at passionforthevillage.org. You can also get started by texting Passion 2021 to 76278. That is 76278. Last year, donors like you helped us raise over $200,000 while we were in the middle of the pandemic. Thank you for your generosity. This year, can you help us raise even more? Today and through the weekend, you can also participate in the online auction, but don't wait because it closes on Monday, May 24th. We have a saying around here, bid high and bid often, so get those bids in. We hope that you will share this video with all your friends and help us spread the message of how everyone can support kids and families who need services here locally. With your donations and support, local families don't have to travel long distances to get the care that they need to ensure their child has the best life possible. Your generosity has the power to change lives. We want to say a huge thanks to all the sponsors who helped us make this event today. Thank you to our platinum sponsors, Group Health Community Foundation, which aims to shape and accelerate efforts to improve health equity and advance community aspirations for a vibrant, healthy future in Washington, and Fieldstone Communities, who has been a generous community partner with Children's Village for many years and who we'll hear from a little later. Thank you to our gold sponsors, John L. Scott Foundation, Wells Fargo, Seattle Children's Hospital, and to Giza Credit Union, the official mission partner of the Memorial Foundation. Thank you to our silver sponsors, Michelson Packaging Company. Thank you to our bronze sponsors, Banner Bank, Aaron Klein Alamon Real Estates, KDA Architectures, Kind Constructions, Popoff Concrete Contracting, Terrell Lewis Wilkie Insurance, Thunder Electric, US Bank, and Yakima Valley Farmworks Clinic. And finally, thank you to our titanium sponsor, Glacier Sales Incorporated. Your sponsorships make such a large impact on children and families here. Now let's take a look inside Children's Village. Follow me. In 2020, Children's Village had 30,000 virtual and in-person visits. Many of those families needed the extra support, and if we weren't here, they would have to drive 3 hours to Seattle to get the care, or not even get the care at all. Are there other Children's Village locations somewhere else?
There are not children's villages like what we have here. There are some places that specialize on therapy, and there are some places that are medical clinics. There are some places that are dental clinics, but there's no place that I know of anywhere that has everything all together like we have here, and that also goes out into people's homes and in the community and helps kids in their homes and in their community too. So this is a really super unique place.
What's your favorite thing about Children's Village?
My favorite thing is to hear kids screaming and yelling in the pool and laughing and loud music, because that means that they're having fun and that they're healthy kids.
Well, it was nice having you here.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Did you know that Children's Village has programs like adaptive ballet that allows kids to dance ballet for the first time, or slug puck basketball where they can play at their own pace? What kinds of activities do you do for families?
We do ballet, we play basketball, we go bowling, we have dances, we have talent shows, we have art classes, teen club. So we keep the kids pretty busy having a social life, and it's my favorite part of my job.
Awesome. Sometimes families that have children with special needs feel alone or scared. Parent-to-parent support groups help them share ideas, support each other, and give hope that they are not alone. To make it more accessible, parents have the option to attend these support groups virtually or in person. Have you continued doing both English and Spanish support groups over Zoom?
Yes, I continue to do the Spanish support groups, and then my co-workers do the English support group over Zoom. It's important that we have it in both languages because it's easier for families when it's in a language that they could understand. It's easier if we don't have to have an interpreter.
Gracias.
De nada.
There are many different kinds of people who work here. Some of them are doctors, nurses, or even therapists. Other people work with families to make sure they have what they need to finish their treatments, even if they need help. What kinds of things does the emergency fund help families with?
The emergency fund mostly helps purchase orthotics for kids and also gas cards so families can get to their medical appointments. But it can also purchase things like high chairs or bumbo seats and other specialty equipment.
Cool. Children's Village works with Seattle Children's Hospital to bring doctors to Yakima so that our families can get the same care that they would get in a big city without traveling far or missing treatment. What kinds of things do you do in an exam?
That's a good question. The first thing I always tell everybody when they get to my room is I tell them that this is a doctor's office, but it's not like a regular doctor's office, and we don't do any shots here. So you don't have to worry about that. So that's usually the #1 concern. So mostly what we do is we do a lot of boring talking, and we do some playing.
Well, it was nice seeing you here.
Thanks, it's great to see you too.
Therapy services help kids of all ages with communication skills. They also help with feeding therapy and supporting things like attention, decision making, and more. Come on. What is the iPad for?
This iPad, or iPads and devices like it, are used for kids who can't verbally communicate. So you and I, when we communicate with our language, we're using our voices, but some kids, they can't use their voices. So they use an iPad to help them communicate their wants and needs. Do you want to see how it works?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you something using the iPad, okay?
I want to go on the playground. I want to go on the playground.
Maybe after work.
Okay.
Everyone has an occupation or job to do. A kid's occupation is to grow, learn, do schoolwork, and play. Occupational therapists create activities that help kids do things that are more difficult for them because of an illness or disability. What is occupational therapy?
Occupational therapy helps us know about our bodies. It helps us teach us how our body is moving, and it helps us know how to calm our body down. And that is necessary to do activities of daily living, which are things like brushing teeth, playing, riding in school, and riding a bicycle.
I heard you had a swing. Is that therapy too?
Yes, we do have swings. We use therapy swings a lot because it teaches the kids about their balance. We can use it to help somebody calm down when they have a rough day, or we use it at the end of the session as a reward because swinging is fun.
This is where families can work with staff on behavior therapies, observation, and learn skills they can practice at home, like how to follow directions and come inside after playing, changing tasks when it's time to be done playing, or communicating a need with a picture. What happens in a family consult?
Our program works with families that maybe are waiting for services, and so we get to talk with parents and see if we can help come up with some ideas to try and solve some of the problems that kids are having. So we get to support the parents and the kids.
Is mental health important for the kid or for the whole family?
You know, it's important for the whole family, because if the family isn't feeling like they have support, it's going to be harder for them to support their kid. So it's important for everybody.
The behavioral health team at Children's Village works here or on a video call with families to solve challenging behaviors in an activity called a family consult. This is a service that donor dollars help make possible. After families work with you, what do you hope they will be able to do at home?
My hope of what they'd be able to do at home is be able to take the tools that we taught them when they came here in the day program and be able to do it with their kids by themselves. I hope that they have more confidence in themselves to work with their kids and have a better understanding and relationship with them.
Construction at Children's Village started in December 2020. The goal is to expand the village to be able to serve more patients and make sure that no child goes without the care they need. How long will construction take and what will Children's Village be like when it's done?
Well, we have 2 phases of the construction. The one that we're working on now is expanding our behavioral health services, and that's supposed to be done in early July, so just around the corner. And then the second one is expanding our medical clinics and expanding therapy services. The waiting list that we have now won't exist anymore because we'll have more services.
Cool.
It'll be pretty awesome.
How are you involved in the construction?
What I do is I work at the Memorial Foundation, and me along with our amazing team and our community, we are raising money to pay for the construction.
It was good having you here.
Thank you. It's good talking to you. Good to see you again, Sawyer.
Good to see you too. Fieldstone Communities is a generous sponsor of Passion for the Village and is owned by the Younker and Ellison families. The Younker family had a pre-diagnosis of Down syndrome with their youngest daughter, Peach, and were connected with Children's Village. Since then, they have been an important part of this family and cherish the relationships and care they have received here. What does Fieldstone Communities do?
Fieldstone builds and operates independent living, assisted living, and memory care communities across the Northwest.
Why do you support Passion for the Village as a sponsor?
We support Children's Village. We've been a beneficiary of the services. It's such a unique asset for the Yakima Valley to have. We're very fortunate to have it, and so we continue to support that mission.
Okay. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Sawyer. It's great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. I hope you liked the tour as much as I did, and hopefully some part of the tour inspired you to consider making a donation today. It takes a village to continue providing all these programs and services each year. Please be a part of our village and go to passionforthevillage.org or text Passion 2021 to 76278. Children's Village has always been a special place that was built and continues to be supported by you. We heard from Aaron about the current construction. Now I want to introduce you to 2 people who are working to make the expansion a reality. Brad Hansen, Vice President at Baker Boyer Bank, and Tressa Mercy, Vice President with Wells Fargo. Brad and Tressa are co-chairs for the expansion of the Children's Health Campaign.
Thanks, Sawyer, and thank you to everyone who is supporting Children's Village by participating in Passion for the Village. Your donations today at passionforthevillage.org help support the programmatic needs of providing vital specialty care for children in our community who can learn how to walk for the first time, say their first words, or learn to feed themselves. The expansion of Children's Village is part of the campaign we are calling CHAMPS, Children's Health and Medical Programs. Funding to this capital campaign will expand Children's Village, providing more space for medical specialty care and behavioral health, as well as upgrade the family birthplace at the hospital.
Here at the Village, the capital campaign will add 10 additional exam rooms, a pediatric lab, to be able to take care of medical specialties such as urology, rehabilitation, and much, much more. We will also be adding 11 treatment rooms in the therapy area of the Village. This added space will allow the Village to meet the growing needs of behavioral health and integration with all medical and therapeutic services. And an additional 1,000 children per year will be able to be served. Currently, there are more than 800 children waiting to be seen. Children should not have to travel out of the area or wait a year to get the services that they need.
Please make a donation at passionforthevillage.org to support the programmatic needs at Children's Village that you saw in the tour. If you're interested in learning more about the capital campaign, please contact Memorial Foundation at 509-576-5794.
At Children's Village, every child who walks through the front door is considered a guest of honor, and they all have incredible stories. Let's turn our attention to one very special guest of honor tonight. His name is Reese, and he's only 2 years younger than me. Reese and his family are so grateful to have a place like Children's Village here in Yakima, and say that if it wasn't for the village, they wouldn't have been able to move home closer to family. Here is his mom, Erin.
My name is Erin Klein-Alleman, and my son is Reese, and he is sensitive and funny and very sweet. Reese is very inquisitive and very curious about everyone that he comes across. He's just got a really loving nature. He's just a lot of fun to be around. You cannot not smile when you're with Reese. We were living in Renton when Reese was born. He was born in Issaquah. We had no idea anything was going on before he was born. Everything was going along fine. And then to have him be born and to hear something might be going on was really scary. Reese was diagnosed with schizencephaly at about a year. His schizencephaly has also given him cerebral palsy and microcephaly. It was hard for us because we missed those people in our life that we really wished were there with us, but then also to add that layer of him having special needs. I was born and raised here in Yakima, and I had really, in my heart, wanted to come home. And then when Reese was born and we kind of felt tied to Seattle Children's, I didn't know if it was ever going to happen. And I started doing some research on what access is here, what programs there are here in Eastern Washington, so that I could know, could we even come home with Reese and his condition and his needs? Would our needs be met here? And so I was really so grateful when I realized, okay, Children's Village, we can have physical therapy, we can go to speech, we can have occupational therapy, and then also have dentistry work done there if we want to as well for him. And it really made it feel like a tangible thing for us to be able to actually make a transition back home. When I first went to the village, first of all, when you pull up and you see this huge, amazing, beautiful facility, it's overwhelming. Walking through the doors, especially being a special needs mom, sometimes you feel like you need to sort of have your guard up. And I definitely did. I was unsure, I was nervous, and when I walked in, I felt disarmed in a really amazing way. It was really beautiful because I felt like I was finally home. We spend week after week, hours at a time in therapy for Reese because we know that that's what's best for him at this young age. These kids work so hard and their bodies don't work the way ours do. And so, it can be uncomfortable having him, take those first assisted steps ever. It just feels so incredible to see all of that sort of come full circle and be able to experience that success. It's amazing. And it makes you feel like you're the most proud parent that's ever walked this earth. Without the community support of the village, we wouldn't be able to have these moments with our kids. And so I do wish that everybody could just have an hour or a day to walk in my shoes and be able to feel how proud I am and how much I appreciate it. I can only speak for my family, my husband, Rob, myself, and my son, Reese. We're one of many families here in the Valley who receive services at the village, and I can't tell you how much it means to me. Your support, your love, your generosity, supporting Children's Village. I just want to say thank you so much. I'll never be able to express in words how much it means to me. Thank you.
Kids just like Reese spend week after week in therapy and other appointments at the village. They make an impact on everyone they meet in more ways than we can count. It is our passion to show that same strength and support for the children and their families, and we hope that is your passion too. Please consider donating now at passionforthevillage.org or text Passion 2021 to 76278 to get started. And don't forget to get your bids in at our online auction. You can win cool items like a trip to Leavenworth or the Oregon coast, or a chance for the first rundown white pass with a ski patrol next season. The auction is only open until Monday, May 24th at passionforthevillage.org. Children's Village is a place where children with special needs are children first and are defined by their unique qualities, talents, and potential, not their diagnosis. Your generosity today will help kids like Reese just be kids. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, your generosity has the power to change lives. Ka-chow. Was that good?